So today I'm going to demonstrate how I will apply the Momentary ink temporary tattoo and fake tattoo. So in this package I have the semi-permanent tattoo as well as the temporary tattoo. The semi-permanent tattoo can last 1 to 2 weeks, whereas the temporary tattoo can last anywhere between 3 to 5 days depending on where you place it. So I'm just going to show you some of the products that came with my temporary tattoo. So I have this anti-shine solution as well as my temporary tattoo that I picked from the website. So this cute little compass looking tattoo that I really wanted to try. The semi-permanent tattoos that I picked were these 2 bird tattoos, and it also comes with instructions. So those are the instructions on how to put the tattoo on your arm, the temporary tattoo. Tattoo also comes with insurance, so if you want to add insurance to your tattoo just so nothing happens to it, that is a nice little feature that they offer. These are the instructions on how to freehand your tattoo. So I also ordered a bottle of the ink because I wanted to freehand my own tattoo to see how it goes. The freehand is a little less of a process than the actual semi-permanent stencil tattoos, so the design. So with the design, you basically fill in the blank space and you sit it on there for an hour or 2, or a minimum hour and 30 to 2 hours max. And with the freehand, it only stays on for an hour before having to wash it off. So these are the stencils that I got that are semi-permanent. They give you 2 of each. So I have these, and then I have some separate bird ones that I'll end up putting on later on. But those are my 2 tattoos that I picked out for this particular video. So those are my free tattoos without the quote on the bottom. And I do want to add that the quote was small. I'm not sure if it had something to do with just the size of the tattoo that I picked out, but when I applied it to my arm later on, as you'll see, it was very, very small. And then this is the instructions on, or these are the instructions on how to apply the semi-permanent tattoo on your body, which I found really, really helpful. So without further ado, let's get started. So the instructions were pretty straightforward with how to apply the tattoo. They recommend that you don't move it once you place it on your body, just so the patch, as I will call it, will stick and remain attached for as long as you need to be attached, which is an hour and 30 minutes to 2 hours. Ignore my ashy hands, you guys. I didn't even realize it when I put lotion on that I missed a spot. But you'll place it on your body and it's clear. It's like a little clear section, as you can see. So the blank spots that you see on the actual card that it comes in, it ends up being like a little mesh area for you to apply your ink. So you just trace it out, as you can see here. Just trace out those spaces, make sure that you have no gaps, and you will leave this on your arm for an hour and 30 minutes to 2 hours. I left it on my arm for 2 hours just for measure, or for good measure, so I wanted it to last, so that's why I went ahead and did the 2 hour maximum. I will also add that it did burn a little, and I think it was because it absorbs into your skin. So for this particular tattoo, it didn't absorb completely into my skin. A little bit of the ink remained on the stencil that I used, but for the most part the ink got on my skin, and you wash it off shortly after, as you'll see here. So we're going to wash it off. It does come off a little invisible, so don't let that scare you. That's how it's supposed to look. It's going to look faded, and then after 24 hours it will reappear and it will look like a permanent tattoo. There you have it. The tattoo is visible on my arm. Ignore the birds at the end. Those were added on later that day, so they're not fully developed. So now we're going to show you how to do the temporary tattoo. And if you've been to any gumball machine where you put on a temporary tattoo, it's the same concept. So you will apply the tattoo, add some water, or use a damp rag like I did. My one mistake with this tattoo was that I didn't thoroughly dampen the tattoo so that it would fully stick to my skin. So when I slid it off, which you slide it off, you don't peel it off, towards the bottom it was not fully applied to my skin, so that was an error on my part. But for the most part it lasted, and after a day it lost its shine after I applied the anti-shine. Out of the two, I would definitely recommend the semi-permanent over the temporary, mainly because the temporary didn't look as authentic as the semi-permanent one. So if I had to choose between the two, if I had to choose again, I would definitely choose the semi-permanent just because it lasted longer and I felt like it looked better for